What's up, everybody? You're watching the all-new and official Young and Reckless After Show only on Damien After Dark. I'm so glad you're here, and if you love Now That's TV, Young and Reckless, and all that good ratchet, reckless reality TV, you've come to the right place. Before we begin and we break down the episode, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a beat. If you don't mind clicking the thumbs up button right down there and liking this video, that helps me get into the algorithm so more people like yourself can find us, and I so appreciate that. And if you want to join the conversation, get in that comment section. I'll try to respond back to you, and just let me know what you thought about the episode and what you think about the season so far. Last but not least, if you would like to support the Damien After Dark movement, you can donate to the channel below. In the description box will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and I will also post my Amazon wish list down there, okay? And thank you to those that donate. I got some Cash Apps yesterday. I appreciate that so much. I do want to also say, when I do say support the Damien After Dark movement, I'm not out here just going on shopping sprees and shit. Little things like ring lights, microphones. I'm trying to build a whole new set. Things like that's what it goes towards, just to let people know. Anyway, let's get into the episode, which is episode 6. I told y'all I've been enjoying this show. I've been enjoying the season. Now, are there some things that they could tweak? Yes. It's not, I'm not giving it 10s across the board. But compared to what we've been given, compared to Baddies East, compared to South Central Baddies, Young and Reckless is the supreme, in my opinion, at this point. Okay, now, that's subject to change. Opinions can change. We got to finish the season. But the episode started with Ivory and Melanie Fox, okay? The showdown that has had us gagged, right? Baby, Ivory came in and handled what needed to be handled. And even one of the girls, Naj, I believe, said everybody hated Ivory. And now all the bitches love Ivory because she's doing what needs to be done. And I think that speaks for the viewers too, because I don't know about y'all, but I still think Ivory's a bully. I'm standing by that. Just because she bullied the bully, Melanie Fox, doesn't mean that we're going to look at Ivory as a saint and that she's just whatever. Ivory, you've done some fucked up shit. And it sucks because I think Ivory's a pretty girl. You know, people dog her on the internet and they call her ugly. I think she is a pretty ass girl, naturally and when she gets done up. And then not only that, like, she's got this big personality. She can fight like a motherfucking man. She's great for TV, and I see why Now That's TV is bringing her onto every show damn near. Like, pretty much. Only thing I fear is her getting a big head. Like, I fear her, and I think it's already happening. I fear her being like, I'm that bitch. Like, they're bringing me back show to show to show. Nobody can touch me. I'm invincible. But if Now That's TV was smart, they would cast somebody bigger that Ivory would, you know. Anyway. I don't know why I low-key love Ivory. Like, I love to hate her and I hate to love her. There we go. We'll just say that. And I just don't like that. The thing with Melanie Fox and why I was so glad that Ivory gave Melanie the business is because Melanie came in picking on girls that were smaller than her. That was my issue. Like KP, or not KP. Was it KP? No, I keep wanting to call her Tennessee. I'm going to call her Tennessee. The girl from Tennessee with the short little brown bob, light-skinned girl, braces. Y'all know. I'm going to call her Tennessee Slim because she's from Tennessee and she's slim. I like her. I don't know what it is about that little girl, but I like her. She's cute. I think she's being authentic to her. She seems like she's being real. She's not trying to, recycle a persona. But picking on girl, like, why Melanie? Why would that be the first girl that you pick on? You are like 3 times her size. And then Ferragamo, she's a little bit bigger than Tennessee Slim, but she was still smaller than Melanie Fox. And I feel like Melanie thought, oh, I'm fisting to dog walk these little bitches. But you never wanted to smoke with Ivory until Ivory approached you. Until it was time to face the Kraken. I don't feel sorry for you, boo. Now, after Ivory whoops her ass, and I mean whoops her ass good. I was loving it, okay? Literally, like, I'm gonna have to start filming myself when I watch these because I wish y'all could have seen me. I was like, whoop that bitch, Ivory. Like, you would have thought I was in the house. Bitch, you would have thought I was in the house. Whoop that bitch, Ivory. Whoop that hoe. Beat that bitch ass, Ivory. Get her. That, like, you would think I'm in the house. Now, after Ivory whoops her ass, I think Melody Fox is embarrassed, pissed, like, oh, somebody got me. So she goes into the kitchen and tries to get a motherfucking knife out. Bitch. If somebody don't straight jacket this hoe and send her to the nearest mental institution, you know, security's like, no, no, no. And they're like instantly trying to grapple and wrestle it out of her arms. And ultimately they end up sending Melanie to a hotel for the night, which is what any logical, smart production company would do, right? They send her to a hotel because obviously she's a liability at this point. She's picking up anything in her way and trying to use that as a weapon. And that's what I be talking about, like with Zeus Network and stuff like this. These shows are all fun and games until y'all cast the right motherfucking nut and they kill, kill someone, hurt someone, off someone, unalive someone. Like, seriously. And then think about it, if that happens, it's over. It's a wrap. Zeus Network is shut down. Now that's TV, whatever. Like, it's shut down. There is no coming back from that. Now, while the girls are sleeping, Adriana decides to make her exit. In the middle, like a thief in the night, she whisks away and she leaves. And she told one of the girls, because the next morning, you know, some of the girls are talking about it, and she had told one of the girls that she was too pretty to be fighting and that she didn't want to keep fighting and keep doing that every single day. And she said that she could make $1,500 by the time she got home. So I'm assuming either she was just saying like, I can make $1,500, but I took it as that's how much the girls made to do the show. And she was saying, fuck this, I can make this $1,500 by the time I get home. But if that's the case, why did you come then? But then again, here's the thing. I was starting to like Adriana. Like the girls, even the girls were saying that. Like, I really was starting to dig her. Like, I was starting to like her too. Even though I didn't like the comments she made about beating MURDER cases. I didn't like that. I thought that was clout chasing. But they're all fucking clout chasing at this point. So, but with Adriana, you know, her saying that she's too pretty to be fighting and she didn't want to be fighting every day. I agree with that. Like, I wouldn't want to do that every day too. However, the only reason why I'm not really giving Adriana a pass is because it's like, sweetheart, what did you think was going to happen? Like, did you think that y'all were going to go into this show and it was going to be, you know, we're going to sit in a circle, hold hands, and sing Christmas carols? Did you think it was gonna be more like Bad Girls Club where there was like a fight every now and then? I mean, I'm sorry, but if Zeus or Now That's TV approached me about a show, I'm gonna know that I'm probably gonna be in a fight at some point. At some point. And to be real with y'all, I honestly, when it comes to Adriana, I think she probably left too out of embarrassment and shame. And with her saying she didn't want to fight anymore, I think it had to do with the embarrassment and shame of what Ivory did to her. Drop kicking her in the face, which I was still I'm upset with Adriana because she didn't do nothing. We talked about that, I think. I talked about that on my other video. I was upset with Adriana because you didn't do shit. You let Ivory kick you in the face, and then you did nothing about it. But I thought you beat MURDER cases. So if you've beat those kind of serious cases, it should be no issue to handle Ivory, right? So I really think that's why Adriana left. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like, this girl attacked me. I don't even know her. I didn't do anything. If this is what I got to deal with for the next 5 or 6 days, I don't want to deal with it. What do y'all think about that? Why do y'all think Adriana left? Do you think it was more to the story, or do you think it had to do with Ivory drop kicking her? I think it had to do with that. Now, Naj says Well, we talked about that, how nobody liked Ivory until she fucked Melanie Fox up. Um, and anyway, it's the next day after all the Melanie Fox drama, after everything that went down. It's the next day. The girls were getting ready to go do their photo shoot. Um, I really have a pet peeve with Naj. Like, she is on the fence with her, with liking her and not liking her, and she drives me crazy because, sis, this is not a documentary. Naj treats this show like it's a documentary, and she comes off thirsty because every time the camera's around her, she's talking to the camera. Have y'all noticed that? This is not YouTube. This is not your YouTube channel, Naj. Every time the camera comes in the room, she's, what's up? She's twerking, she's popping, yes, this. Like, this is a reality show. Those cameras are supposed to be flies on the wall. That camera crew, the production, even though there's a lot of people around, you're supposed to act like they're not there. So to see her constantly, yes, in the camera doing all her little thing, like every now and then, like a little or whatever, yes, it's cute, cool. But constantly, sis, constantly. Now, Sav is talking about how all this is just too much. I like Sav. She's another one that I like. And I think was a great casting decision. And she's really pretty. I think she's a really pretty girl. She's talking about this, how she's like, this is just all too much. Like, these girls are fighting every fucking day. Like, I want to have some fun. And she doesn't understand, like, if these girls have prior beef to the show, or are they just doing it because the cameras are on? Which I have to agree with Sav. Like, it would be all too much. Like, I get we got to fight and make good TV, but can we have fun? Can we go out to dinner? Can we go twerking at the club? Can we go, I don't know, let's go fucking walk at the park, anything, bitch. Like, so yeah, she doesn't know if it's like, she's talking to Ferrari and she's like, do these girls have prior beefs, or are they just doing it for the cameras? And Ferrari says that it's the internet beef. She's like, oh, these girls have internet beef and they've been picking at each other. And while I think that may be true with some of these girls, I think a lot of these girls are doing it for camera time, Ferrari, i.e. Melanie Fox. I do think some of the girls have internet beef, yes. But I also think that a lot of this has to do with being on a television show, chasing clout. Now, y'all know that one tall girl, what's her name? Sometimes she wears a blonde wig. She's kind of tall. Not Legacy. Anyway, y'all probably get it when I say this. One of those girls reminds me of Slim from BGC Chicago. Y'all remember Slim? She was the model. She was tall. One of those girls looked just like her. I can't think of her name, though. Now, Sav and Ferrari and this girl that looks like Slim, they're in the room and they're talking, and they bring up Crystal. Let's talk about Crystal. Sav said everything that I was thinking about Crystal, okay? She said that Crystal was coming off as a pick me. She said that Crystal constantly kept saying Naj and Ivory's name and was trying to get clout off of them. I agree with that. We've seen that. Like, Crystal came in as a fan of the show, and she immediately went to her fan favorites, which were Naj and Ivory, and then we saw her give Ferrari the gift. So she's been kissing ass from the moment she opened the door. And she wants these girls to like her so bad. And just like Sav said, it's coming off as pick me, pick me, pick me, pick me. I want to be that girl. I want to be your side bitch. I want to be your lapdog. Put a battery in my back. That's what it's giving me. Now, Sav and Ferrari are talking about how they liked Adriana, but Crystal was just looking weird as fuck. And I agree with that. Like, when I first started watching this, I thought I was going to like Crystal more and not like Adriana, because Adriana said that whole, I beat cases, but ultimately it ended up being the other way around. I was starting to fall more for Adriana, and I was starting to look at Crystal like, girl, sit your thirsty ass 16-year-old looking ass down. Anyway, it's literally a new day. The girls are headed to their photo shoot, and Melanie Fox is in the car with Ferrari and Legacy. You know, they're in this blacked out SUV headed to the photo shoot, and then you got some other girls like Mel and Ferrari, or not Mel, Ferragamo and Tennessee Slim and some others. They're pretty much in separate vehicles, right? Because obviously we can't fit all the girls in one car, and I guess they didn't have a Sprinter van. I don't know. But anyway, Ferrari asked Melanie Fox in the car, you know, how you feel about last night? How you feel about, you know, when you over here tweaking, foaming at the mouth, acting like a crazy bitch? How you feel about that? And Melanie over here playing coy like nothing ever happened. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Everything's good. And then she says in her confessional that she didn't want to talk. She's like, I don't want to talk about anything. I'm sore from all the fighting that I did last night, and I'm not in the mood right now, and I have an attitude. And it's just like, girl, you've had an attitude ever since you walked in this house. What are you talking about? You're not in a good mood. Like, if anything, you should have woke up in a different mood, like ready to come in with a positive attitude and try to turn this shit around, because you still got a full week left in this house. But instead, you got sourpuss on your face, and you want to be on that time again. Which we see where that got her, right? Like, what are you trying to prove? And I know you got to be at least my age, Mel. I know you ain't like some of these other girls, 20, 21, 22. I know you got to be at least 30, sis. What's wrong, sis? Why you shouldn't be acting this way at your big grown age. So Melanie tries to explain to Ferrari that she felt like, you know, there was tension in the room with her and Ferragamo and Tennessee Slim, and that, you know, they were talking about her, yada, 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 whatever. Maybe she didn't say they were talking about her, but she's, you know, we heard her talk about how she was paranoid. There was tension in the room. She thought Ferragamo and Slim had something going on, you know, and didn't like her. But my thing is, unless there was something that we didn't see, it just seemed like Ferragamo and Tennessee were just in the bed chilling on their phones. Did y'all not? Now, unless, like I said, unless there was something we didn't see, and maybe Melanie saw them whispering and bickering, or I don't know. But Ferragamo and Slim claimed like they don't even know one another, and from what I gathered, they didn't. And it seems like they were just in the bed, tired as fuck from day one, and wanted to chill on their phone. You know how you be when you just be in your bed chilling, want to be left alone, and then here come Melanie Fox wanting to stir up shit. Like, what the fuck? The fuck? So yeah, she tries to explain herself, but I think Ferrari was trying to hold her accountable. You know, I think, and she wanted a good day. You know, Ferrari's like, look, I don't want any fighting today. Let's just have a good day. And, you know, they get to the photo shoot, and the theme is like, I guess, pink. It's mainly like an all pink theme. And some of the girls looked a fucking hot mess. Like the girl in the schoolgirl Halloween costume porn. Like, girl, what were you thinking? And why didn't nobody say anything to them or her? Like, somebody should have told those girls, like, we're going to do a pink theme. You know, I want you guys, you know, no bras, no panties, whatever. Because, I'm sorry, but she just stuck out like a sore thumb wearing that bra and panty set. Like, you looked like a $2 hooker on the corner of Crenshaw and Montgomery Avenue. Like, sis. She just, yeah, no. So, in walks, while the girls are getting ready for their photo shoot, in walks a new girl. We get a new girl who comes in, and her name is Mima. And Mima seems cute and cool, like, she is cute. You know, she got the body, the body is bodying, she got the short little pixie cut, cute face, her spirit seems nice, you know, she seems light, fun. I think she's going to fit in with the girls good. Now Kai says that these people that's got baddies in the title of their show, these other shows need to take the title of baddies out of their title because we are the baddest girls on TV. And well, I think she said on Now That's TV, and I can't argue with them on that. I said this in another video. This cast of girls is a cast of baddies, okay? Minus a few. What's her name? Minus a few. Shit, she's that irrelevant. I forget her name. Crystal. Now, let me say this. Disclaimer. Crystal's not an ugly girl by no means. But Crystal to me is not a baddie. Crystal looks like the 16-year-old little sister that wants to go hang out with her big sister and them. And that annoying little sister like, no, you're not going out with me and my girls. That's what Crystal seems like. The little sister who wants to fit in with her big sister and her friends so bad that she will do and say whatever. And she's a fucking bobblehead. Crystal's a fucking bobblehead. Because at one point during the show, Crystal was talking to Ferragamo and Charmaine. I think it was maybe towards the end of the episode. And she's just like a bobblehead sitting there with a blunt in her hand. You can tell she's just like she's never smoked weed a day in her life. Sitting there like this. Just bobblehead. Yeah, you just agreeing with everything that they say. Now, Naj talks about how she was really upset over Melanie Fox and Melanie's behavior because Melanie disrespected production and the network. And she says it's going to come off as favoritism, like the network is favoring me or something. But in reality, I just respect the network a lot. And I really like these people. And it pissed me off that she was doing that. Now, at first, I did think Naj was trying to suck up to production, but I do understand where she's coming from to an extent because that's a pet peeve of mine. Like, I cannot stand when, you know, a reality star, the talent, whatever you want to call them, are rude to the people making the show. Because the people making the show are not there to be famous. They're not there with an agenda. They're not there for a platform. They're just there trying to pay their fucking bills. That's their 9 to 5, right? They're trying to make a living. So when people like cast members make it harder for production and they're mean and they talk down and they think they're better than, I despise it. I look at you like you're a piece of shit, to be honest. And apparently that's what Melanie was doing. So I understand where Naj was coming from in that moment. Even though I do feel like part of that was to try to get brownie points from Now That's TV and get ass back next season. Now, in the car with Naj on the way to that photo shoot was Ivory and a few others, and they had brought up Adriana. And they brought up how Ivory had kicked Adriana in the face. And you know, how Adriana's gone now and whatnot. And like I said, I think that's why Adriana left, to be honest. I really felt like that she thought that she was being ganged up on. Like, none of these girls really liked her. And I see why she felt that way. Like, why is a random bitch kicking me in the face? Right? Oh, and back to Melanie Fox for a second, because let me tell you, I have dogged Melanie Fox. I don't like her, but like I said, I'm not a hating ass bitch, and I gotta give my 10s when the 10s are deserved. And Melanie Fox, that's a bad bitch, okay? When she, first of all, without makeup, she's pretty, because in her confessional, she doesn't have makeup on, and mama is giving, okay? But then when she puts on hair and makeup, that's a bad. And then she got body. Like, she's got body. Body. Like, I ain't talking about like little old skinny me. Collarbone showing. You know, I ain't talking about little old skinny stuff. Like she got body. I gotta give it to Melanie. Like, she is a bad bitch. And then she can fight. Ooh, nobody's fucking with her. Like, she really ain't fucking with nobody. And I don't blame these girls for being standoffish, though, when it comes to her. Because, I mean, look how she was acting. Great first impression, right? Because Melanie's like, I feel like all these girls don't like me. I feel like they're ganging up on me. But it's like, what do you expect? I felt like, Melanie, you should have made the effort to say, hey, can I talk to all y'all? Last night, I was really tripping on some shit, whether it's the shrooms or whatever. She tried to throw the shrooms in there a little bit and tiptoe around that. But like I've said in my last video, shrooms don't make you do that. I've never even done shrooms before. And I like partaking in recreational drugs from time to time, okay? But I've never even done shrooms, but I've been around people who do them. I've been offered them. I had some for like weeks. My friend gave me some to try, and I left them in my drawer for fucking weeks and never tried them. But I know they don't do that to you. Okay, that's some other shit you was on. Alcohol, meth, crack, coke. I don't know. Now, we see Ferrari take the girls to a rage room after the photo shoot so they can get their frustrations out and they can rage, right? And did y'all notice? I was thinking at one point when they were busting up shit, I'm like, why does none of these girls have goggles on, glasses on, some kind of protective gear? At those rage rooms, now one or two girls did, but when they were hit that car, nobody had nothing on, and that shit is dangerous as fuck. Cause a piece of glass, anything come out and hit you in your eye. I was just like, what is going on? Glass flying in the air and everything. So, and while they're there, they do the rage room. When they finish, Ferrari tells the girls, don't get comfortable because we're handing out eviction notices. So she says somebody's going to go home. And what she does is she hands out these eviction notices and she asks every girl to write on the paper who they want to go home. So I guess it's like an elimination process. I don't know if they're going to start doing this every episode. I don't know if this is just an every now and then thing. I don't know. But they're evicting people and they're sending them home. If anybody knows what's, why there's evictions or if there's going to be more evictions, is there going to be competitions in this show? Like if somebody can explain what's going on there, please let me know. Because I had somebody ask me that last night on the live. But anyway, I figured they were going to evict Melanie. We didn't see who they evicted, but on this episode we didn't see. But I figured that most of the girls were going to write her name because she's been the one that's been really stirring up the most shit. And in the midst of all this, Ivory and Mel start bickering. Now I don't know who started it. I don't know who said what first, but based off of the edit, it looked like Ivory said something to Mel first. I don't know. That ends up turning into them wanting to fight one another. Production tells them, wait till you get home and y'all can fight. And they say, no, fuck that. I'm not waiting till we get home. I want to fight her right now. So I guess the rage room didn't work. I think it did quite the opposite. I think it brought the rage out of them. And we see the two girls go at it. We see Melanie and we see Ivory go at it. Now, who do y'all got with that fight? Who do you think took that fight home when it came down to Melanie Fox and Ivory? Because I want to hear what y'all have to say about that one in particular. I'm going to have to say, this is non-biased, I'm going to have to say Ivory. Because y'all know I gave Melanie Fox every round when it came to Ferragamo. She whooped Ferragamo's ass 3-4 times. She whooped Tennessee Slim's ass. But when it came down to Ivory, I think took it home. I was going to say it was a draw at first, but I think Ivory got her based off of what we saw. Plus, considering the sneak peek for next week's episode. So, make sure you let me know who you think won that fight in the comments below. And let me know what you thought about this episode overall. Are you feeling Crystal? Do you like Crystal? What do you think about Adriana going home? And why do you think she went home? Do you think it had to do more so with Ivory kicking her in the face and it being embarrassed and her feeling like she's being ganged up on and ambushed? And who did you like more, Crystal or Adriana? Who is your favorite cast member thus far? I would love to hear from you. Make sure you join the conversation and get in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button right below this video and get subscribed. And help me get in the algorithm. Click the thumbs up button down there and, that helps me get in the algorithm so more people like yourself can find me. And if you would like to donate to the Damien After Dark movement, in the description box below will be ways that you can donate using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. I will also post my Amazon wish list there for those that choose to take that route. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you check out the South Central Baddies after show that I'll be posting to my channel. And also check out the Baddies East after show each and every Sunday night live right here on Damien After Dark. And if you guys want me, we will want me to, we will also do the Baddies Caribbean after show when that starts airing. Just let me know in the comment section what you guys want. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See you.